Hey folks, Dan here. Quiet ones, can you hear the birds and frogs? Yeah. We're out here at Ottawa Lake tonight. Sherry and I are having a business meeting and a sunset cruise, and it's just gorgeous. I wanted to share with you a little information about kind of the intro to stand-up paddleboarding. I am also known as things I didn't know when I started stand-up paddleboarding. I've been paddling forever, all kinds of canoes, racing, whitewater, touring. Thought I'd nail it, did not. We rented boards as a family one warm summer day, had a great time. Fortunately, it was great swimming weather because I did plenty of that. I could not stay on top of this board. And I thought it was just me. It turns out it wasn't. The board was undersized for me. These rental places have one size fits all boards, and stand-up paddleboarding is not one size fits all. The boards, this is the first thing I learned, the boards are specific to the paddler's weight, and we call that volume. So the board needs enough volume or buoyancy to float the paddler really nicely. I'm a bigger guy. I needed a board with more volume. I came back, rented some more, did some lessons, and got on boards that were appropriately sized for me, had the right volume, had a great time, and got hooked. So that's number one. Number two is boards come in different shapes, and most common was that surf style looking board with a rounded nose on it. The sport was born in the ocean, so we think of paddle boards as a surf style rounded nose. And those are great boards. They're real agile, super fun to play with, especially if you're in a little bit of wavy stuff. But inland here, we like a board that tends to track a little straighter, a little more slippery in the water, a little more speed, a little more efficiency. And those boards have like a pointy bow on them that separate the water real nice. Going in, they're in general a little faster and easier to paddle. They track straighter. So number two was these boards come in different shapes. Also, they come in different lengths and widths. Lengths up to 14 feet, down to 9 feet. The longer the board is, the faster it is in general. And also the wider a board is, the more stable it is. But what you really need to do is get some advice from some of the nosy industry to help you pick out the right board for you, and also take a lesson so you learn how to properly use the toy so you can have a lot of fun. We're really lucky to have the top paddleboard shop in the country right here in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, Paddleboard Specialists. And those guys are awesome. If you want to call and just yak and talk boards, get some tips, they'd love to do that. And they've got a selection of boards for everybody: surfboards, touring boards, racing boards, inflatable boards. We didn't talk about that. There's inflatable boards like I'm using right here that are really firm and a great choice as well. So that's my advice. If you're going to get into paddling, take a lesson, talk to paddleboard specialists about your board, and if you're lucky, you may even get a hold of me when you call. So until I see you again, that's it, and get outside and play.